Vic Sotto requested help from NBI. Why? Read this now. Yesterday, September 7, one of Eat Bulaga's host Vic Sotto mentioned that people should not believe on whatever they read nor see in social media. Sotto quoted. He added that scammers on social media rampantly spreading all over social media and even dared to use his name on Facebook. Walipo Kong Facebook account, Face Lang. Sotto cleared this issue in the noontime show's segment All for One, One for All. The TV host said that he asked NBI, National Bureau of Investigation, for help to search for the person who made a fake account under his name. Also for people not to be tricked by that person. Sotto ended his statement. Invite you to watch the video. Indonesian official wants to follow the style of the PH's Duterte on war against drugs. Unbelievable. Indonesia has supported how the Philippines fight against crimes that May 3000 passed away. Commissioner General Budi Waseso, head of the National Narcotics Agency, who wants to urge that drug users or pushers should be held in an island and they'll be secured by crocodiles. Doing this would make their beloved country safe. The case of use of narcotics has raised to an intense level that led to rubbing out of people who are convicted, and this also includes foreigners. In the meantime, PH President Rodrigo Duterte has perked up the fuss of the large-scale executions of drug users and pushers after conquering the elections held last May. President Duterte is scheduled to visit Jakarta later this week to have a discussion with Jakarta's President Joko Widodo, after which of the Asian summit which country heads are like to talk about anti-drug campaigns of their corresponding country. In the lead of the visit, Waseso implied that they could do what the Philippines has implemented. Authorities also made known that they are strengthening their resources to be against drug traffickers and trade. Budi Waseso said, if such policy were implemented in Indonesia, we believe that the number of drug traffickers and users in our beloved country would drop drastically. I would be on the front line to eradicate all the drug traffickers. Later he commented that they are planning to hire more people and have more weapons to put the arm on drug trade. Slamet Prabani, the agency's spokesperson, said that the style of the Philippines in war against drugs would only be pursued if our law makes it possible. He also added, we can't shoot criminals just like that, we have to follow the rules. However, he recognized that Waseso was strict and told the staff that they should not keep their guns in a safe, they have to use it but only for law enforcement purposes. Invite you to watch the video. Hero, Kurdish Angelina Jolie died in a clash against ISIS. Must read. It was a day of mourning for Kurdistan population as Angelina Jolie lookalike Asia Ramazan Antar got murdered in a clash against the terror network of ISIS in northern Syria. Antar is 22 years old and is part of All-Female Women's Protection Unit, YPJ, an all-women group fighting ISIS in the Kurdish areas Syria's border with Turkey and Iraq. They are under the Kurd People's Protection Units, YPG. They have 50,000 fighters, in which 20% are women. They are mainly made up of Kurds and has been a key point to fighting extremists from the Turkish border. She has been in many significant battles against ISIS before she was killed. We Want Freedom for Kurdistan Facebook page shared that she was martyred in a battle against Daesh. Her death is yet to be verified, although some reports has already claimed that she was killed in a battle between Syrian Democratic Forces, SDF, and the Turkish-backed Syrian opposition. Invite you to watch the video. Film attorney defended Duterte over U.S. President Obama. His reasons were extraordinary. Lawyer Adnan Alonto, North America coordinator for the Brotherhood for Duterte USA, defends President Rodrigo Duterte's colorful and controversial comments to U.S. President Barack Obama in San Bruno, California. In an article in ABS-CBN News, Alonto said Duterte wants to emphasize the sovereignty of the country on its campaign on war against drugs. I think President Duterte just wanted to drive home the point that he will pursue an independent foreign policy for the Philippines, Alonto said. The comments of the president is just a small footnote. In the years to come, and the strategic interest with the allied country would still keep the two countries together, he added. Alonto also criticized the media and their focus on Duterte's choice of words instead of the content behind it. He did not really, actually curse Obama, but it was part of a narrative in answer to a hypothetical question if Obama was to raise the extrajudicial issue, he said. However, Alonso agreed that Duterte should really learn the diplomatic way of talking to other leaders, saying he should use a better choice of words. But overall, he is proud of the Philippine leader and his statement. The important thing in that statement was that he was really being emphatic about being a leader of a sovereign nation and that he would not be told how to run his country, he said. Alonso also said that Filipinos prefer honesty and truthful, and that is why Duterte was trusted by the country. The thing about this president, the reason he has been able to go scot-free with all of those incidents is because people who know him, 91% of the Filipino people believe that he is an authentic person, he means what he says and says what he means, he said. Duterte and Obama had a small talk over dinner in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations yesterday. Before that, Duterte said he regret calling Obama a son of a whore that caused a meeting with the U.S. presidents. Invite you to watch the video. Senator Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring to face Jesse Vargas. Manny Pacquiao knew when he hung up his gloves in April that his retirement wasn't for good. I felt lonely because when you think about the sport that you love, that you're no longer active, and I thought over and over again that boxing still loves me, Pacquiao said. So, why should I stop my boxing career? So, I changed my mind and decided to continue my journey. Pacquiao, 37, on Thursday restarted the career he said he was retiring from following his April 9 unanimous decision victory over Timothy Bradley Jr. Then, his focus was winning election to the Philippines Senate. With it accomplished, he figured out a way to fulfill his political responsibilities and effectively train for another world title fight. At a news conference in Beverly Hills, Pacquiao, 58-6-2, 38 knockouts, formally announced his November 5 comeback bout at Thomas & Mack Center in Las Vegas against World Boxing Organization welterweight champion Jesse Vargas, 27-1, 10 KOs. A record 8-division world champion, Pacquiao has won or successfully defended that specific belt 6 times. "I want that belt," Pacquiao said when asked why he selected Vargas. "Plus, it's my first fight as a senator." Vargas, 27, claimed the title in March with a 9th-round technical knockout of Saddam Ali, and says the challenge of fighting Pacquiao could settle an old score. As a young boxer, Vargas said he was stung as Pacquiao built his reputation as the Mexicutioner with instructive victories over Mexican legends Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales. "I will beat him November 5. He's the older fighter, I'm the younger fighter, the same position he was in when he beat Morales and Barrera," Vargas said. "Those were my idols, but I said to myself, I'm going to be in the position to fight Pacquiao one day. I'm fighting for that kid in me who says, you beat my idols, and now I'm going to beat you." After disappointing many with a lackluster 2015 loss by decision against Floyd Mayweather Jr. in the richest fight in history, Pacquiao recovered from a shoulder injury against Mayweather to look impressive against Bradley. Fighting Vargas, Pacquiao trainer Freddie Roach said, will allow his fighter to remain sharp and in position for a 2017 major bout. Those candidates include the retired Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez or unbeaten junior welterweight champion Terence Crawford. Pacquiao has already begun training in the Philippines, where Roach will join him shortly, and he'll return to complete preparations at Roach's Wild Card Boxing Club in Hollywood 2 weeks before the bout. Morning, I jog. Then, I go straight to the Senate. After committee hearings and the decision, I go to the gym and train. Then I go home and rest, Pacquiao said. I have perfect attendance. Invite you to watch the video. Narco-terrorist Davao bomber identified, PNP identified. Police have identified the person who left the improvised explosive device that killed 14 people and injured scores of others in Davao City last week. Philippine National Police, PNP, Chief Director General Ronald De La Rosa yesterday said witnesses have positively identified the bomber based on the sketch released to the public on Wednesday. He is already identified based on testimonies of people in the area. 2 massage parlor attendants gave his true identity, De La Rosa told reporters at the Batangas port. De La Rosa refused to identify the bomber, citing the ongoing police operation. He said the bomber is identified to be a member of a terrorist group. De La Rosa said investigation and intelligence reports also point to the involvement of drug lords in central Mindanao. The more it reinforced our theory about narco-terrorism. Before the blast happened, we have received information that the narco personalities in central Mindanao are funding or financing this bombing operation, he added. De La Rosa hinted that drug lords are hurting from the effects of the government campaign against their illegal operations, so they resorted to hiring a terrorist group to divert public attention from them. De La Rosa, however, said investigators are still considering all possibilities since drugs and terrorism are two different things. They are two different things, and in this case it developed into terrorism because terrorists are being used by drug lords through the funding, De La Rosa said. He said the police have established links of the bombing suspect to terrorism. But linking him in narco personalities, this has yet to be established. This was only through intelligence information. The police have yet to secure concrete evidence linking the two, but it remains a theory, De La Rosa said. Director Benjamin Magalong, PNP Deputy Chief for Operations, released the artist's sketches of the bomber on Wednesday. Magalong said witnesses had pinpointed the suspect in the artist's sketch as the one who left the black bag containing the IED. De La Rosa said there were around 20 pictures of known bombers shown to witnesses and they picked out the suspect as the one who left the bag with explosives. He said the witnesses recalled the distinct features of the suspect who left the bomb. Magalong also stressed the construction of the IED indicated the explosives came from central Mindanao. He said the construction of the IED was similar to those originally made by the Moro Islamic Liberation Front and eventually the Bangsamoro Islamic Freedom Fighters. Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte yesterday announced the bounty for the arrest of the suspect has been increased to $3 million. The president's daughter attended the turnover ceremonies at the Task Force Davao headquarters where Colonel Erwin Bernard Nari took over from Colonel Henry Robinson. Nari was Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces Eastern Mindanao Command, East Miancom, before he was named TF Davao Commander over the weekend. Thank you for watching videos like you. Remember, the channel, register and comment below. Thank you.